Should kids be allowed in public spaces like restaurants or planes when they're very loud and disturbing the peace of the environment? Well, I'm going to react to two videos. This one by this woman who talks about her experience in a restaurant when she was asked to leave because of her child, and she voices her complaints. And another video about a guy that complains about, the kids while he was flying business class. Now, before I even give my own take of this situation, let's just dive straight into the video so we can see for ourselves.
I just got asked to leave the restaurant because my children were inconveniencing some old people. I went to go take my kids out to eat by myself and their kids. Sorry, I don't give my kids iPad. We're at the restaurant trying to enjoy. They were crying, doing all the things kids do. We were sitting next to a couple, an older couple. After about a couple of minutes, they came to our table and was like, "Can you take your kids outside?" I look up at them and I'm like, "What did you just say?" And she was like, "Can you take your kids outside? They're being really loud and it's disrupting our dinner." When I tell you, it took everything out of me not to fight this old lady. Simply said, "No, I can't because I have 3 kids and I'm by myself." So she has to get over it. Am I the only one that thinks this is so rude? You're entitled to a kid-free life. You are not entitled to a kid-free world. And I stand on that. Come at me if you disagree.
You're entitled to a kid-free life, but you're not entitled to a kid-free world. That might be true, but using that as justification for this, I think it's not gonna work, because in a restaurant, your kids are all loud and stuff. This is what I'm gonna say. If you're going to go out with your kids, especially a restaurant, and you're going to be noisy and disturbing and crying and yelling, I think the restaurant has every liberty to literally kick you off, to be fair. Like, you should be able to train your kids. Now, I understand people with kids, it's tough, it's not easy, but for me, I feel like for you to be able to take your kids out, you should have had proper training. You should have put in work to train them properly so they do not cause a discomfort to other people. Am I tripping, guys? What do you guys think? I personally, as I said, I'm sorry if I was in a restaurant behind you and your kid was like wow, wow, running around, I'll be pissed. Everybody will be pissed. To be fair, I think the restaurant has every right to kick you. I understand how you feel, ma'am, but I think you need to train your child better. If you can't train that child, they have to stay home. Unfortunately, I'm gonna say that. But now, guys, I'm saying this is my own take, but I have a question for you guys. What about if it's in an airport, like in a plane? The plane is already taking off, you have a kid, the kid is screaming, maybe not screaming. So if you have a child at the plane and the child is being unruly, that's a problem, right? If you have a baby and the baby is crying, that's a tough one because you can't really do much, which leads me to my second video. Babies shouldn't be allowed on business class. Now, for this video, I'm pretty sure this guy is trying to rage bait. I'm not really sure. I feel like I've seen 2-3 times of him make videos like this with babies screaming at the background, but let's just assume it's real. I'd say for this, babies can fly with business class all they want, bro. If the mother can afford to fly her child with business class, you cannot say the babies cannot fly business class. Now, what I will say to you is, you're rich enough to buy a business class ticket, you should be able to get some noise cancellation headphones. I'm sorry, but who in our generation, everybody travels with headphones? The one that they give you at the flight, especially when you fly business class, it's not that good. So for you to be able to fly business class, you can just get, I don't know, one of these or one of the other. This is really good noise cancellation. Once I put it on, I don't hear anything. I can barely hear my voice. Okay, I can hear my voice, but it sort of numbs the feeling. Boop, back up. It'll help you when you fly. When I fly, I always have my noise cancellation headphones on. But I don't think it's possible to say you're not going to allow kids fly business class. That's out of the way. I will say this. If the kid is like that baby that was crying, kid is still little, but he's acting a fool, causing a scene, being unruly, he can get kicked off the plane. I agree, right? I mean, people will say otherwise. I actually saw a video on TikTok of a woman who was with her kid. I think her kid is autistic, and she was like, I don't know if it's autistic. I don't know what it was, but she was like, boom, boom, banging the chair and doing all that, and then the mother was like, I better not see anybody complain. And I was just like, we get it, your kid is autistic, but come on, what do you think about that? If you're flying and then you see an autistic kid that's banging their head on the seat in front of them, and then you're the one sitting on that seat, you're sitting in front of an autistic kid that's banging their head on your chair non-stop. I will understand that they're autistic, but it will be annoying as hell for me. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, just let me know what you think about these 3 scenarios: this business class one with the baby screaming, the woman with her kid in the restaurant, and this autistic one I just mentioned. I want to know what your thoughts are, guys. Let's talk about it in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, I want to discuss more, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.